willkommen zurück in Genshin Impact. Wir werden mal wieder eine neue Mission mit euch zusammen beschreiten. Streiten, ne? Und gucken wir mal, was wir haben. Wir haben ja gesagt, wir wollen an dieser Stelle weitermachen.
I smell rabbit.
Und da gehen wir einmal mal in das Missionsmenü rein. Gucken wir nach, ob wir auf der richtigen Stelle sind, weil da haben wir letztens angefangen, da hängen wir weiterhin noch fest, weil wir hier noch, kann man hier noch auf diese Details gehen, da steht noch drauf, was vorher gemacht werden muss. Halt, nochmal. Der Auftragsort wird derzeit vom Auftrag Schatten der Vergangenheit beansprucht. Und wo haben wir Schatten der Vergangenheit? Hier. Den wir jetzt machen wollen. Und da springen wir jetzt spontan hin. So, dazu gehen wir einmal raus. Und dann rufen wir mal die Karte auf und gucken wir mal, was es da gibt. Also Schatten der Vergangenheit ist ziemlich weit im... Komm schon, komm schon. Norden. Na komm schon. Hier in Mondstadt. Naja dann. Auf und hin. Boah, bin ich weiß. Das ist unglaublich. Ach ja. Es ist, ich mache aber diese Aufnahme dieses Mal, ja, am Tag etwas heller. Und Winter geht so langsam vorbei. Wir haben jetzt ja schon Frühling. Und das macht sich sofort auch gleich beim Licht bemerkbar. Und von daher bin ich dann an dieser Stelle etwas leicht zu hell gewesen. So, wo müssen wir hin? So, ich soll jetzt hier irgendwas suchen. Da hinten, da strahlt schon was. Ich kann mich nicht verkneifen. 3 Fragezeichen. Das ist echt Respekt. Die 3 Fragezeichen. Aber steht nur einer da. Justus?
Who are you?
Hello, we're here too.
Hello?
Gibt es ein Problem?
What's wrong? Did you just say what's wrong? Huh. And I suppose you think that you can simply strut up here and greet me in such an ignoble and vulgar manner? Given that I don't recognize you, I can only assume that you are a traveler of some variety. I'll have you know that you are speaking with the Schubert Lawrence, a blood descendant of the magnanimous nobility. If you wish to address me, you'd best consider your words more carefully. Such nonchalant manners are inadmissible and will never do. Now, if you're somehow capable of understanding anything I've said, then you will get down on your knees, apologize for your negligent actions, and give me a proper introduction. That is the appropriate etiquette.
That's etiquette? Paimon's never heard of something so complicated before.
In former times, when people knew their place and respected traditions, such conduct was only basic courtesy when greeting a nobleman. And neglecting your manners would result in a swift whipping. But look at the world now. Rules have been thrown to the wayside and manners forgotten. I cannot bear to see such degradation.
Also wenn ich jetzt die Auswahl habe zwischen diesen beiden Fragen und ich habe die Auswahl zwischen diesen beiden Fragen, ich glaube, ich nehme die zweite. Kein Wunder, dass die Aristokratie sich nicht gehalten hat.
What did you say? You dare question the dignity of the nobility? I'll have you know that though the Lawrence clan is in decline, myself and others of noble blood are looking for a chance to restore our rightful honor. Just look around. The people are unruly and undisciplined. I, however, strive to retain the elegance and etiquette of the nobility. After all, we are of a completely different breed by birth.
Hätte ich mal nichts gesagt, habe ich gerade gedacht. Aber obwohl, ich wollte provozieren, ne? Aber ich habe doch nichts gesagt. Ich habe noch nichts gesagt.
Save your words. I find your manners and bearing repulsive. I have nothing to discuss with the likes of you. Besides, I am in no way obligated to instruct commoners on basic courtesies. Now I have more pressing matters to attend to. I'll take my leave.
So this is what Master Jean meant by difficult to get along with. Let's head back and talk things over with her.
So, und jetzt soll ich zurück zum Ritterorden und den Plan besprechen. Und jetzt gucke ich mir noch mal das Missionslog an. Interessant. Das war alles, deswegen hat es festgehangen. Aber nichtsdestotrotz, ich bin immer ein Freund nicht von Cross-Jumping während einer Mission. Das heißt, wir werden jetzt uns einfach mal die Schatten der Vergangenheit weiter anhören. Und ich hoffe, dass wir da jetzt auch nicht in eine Blockade oder in die falsche Mission reinspringen. In eine Blockade kommt, glaube ich. Wäre besser angebracht, das zu sagen. Keine Kraft mehr. Das glaubt ihr nicht, aber ich habe es geschafft, in der Zwischenzeit alle Charaktere auf Level 60 zu bringen.
Well, if it isn't the honorary knight. I'm just on my way out to gather some intel. I didn't expect to run into you here. Huh? Judging by your expression, you must have run into some trouble.
Master Jean tasked us with a special assignment, but things seem to have run aground for the moment.
Es war nicht unsere Schuld, das war eine lange Geschichte. Es ist eine lange Geschichte.
No need to get down on yourself. Sometimes things just don't turn out as planned. Even I can't guarantee useful intel every time I'm dispatched. You just have to keep at it and never give up.
Sowas, das kann doch eigentlich nur Emma sagen. Das ist wirklich so. Ja.
Hey, why don't you let me try to help? What's the problem?
Master Jean asked us to build a connection with someone named Schubert Lawrence. But it turns out that he's a peculiar character that doesn't listen to anyone, especially Paimon.
Aha, Schubert! I know him. Let me guess. He said you didn't have any manners.
Der war gut. Du musst aber gute Ohren haben.
I've been on the receiving end of his lectures many a time. The Lawrence clan can be very particular about such things.
You mean everyone in the Lawrence clan is just a big headache?
As aristocrats, they believe there should be a certain distance between themselves and common folk. I understand their thinking, but that's just not how things are anymore. However, there is one exception among the Lawrence clan, my good buddy, Eula.
Buddy?
That's right. Not only is she from the Lawrence clan, but she's also captain of the Knights of Favonia's 4th Company.
Ja, okay. Respekt. Jean hat gesagt, für den Lawrence-Clan ist der Ritterorden ein Feind. Mitglieder des Lawrence-Clans können den Ritterorden beitreten. Bam, 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 bam. Wollen wir Jean zitieren? Ja.
Eula is special. She's not quite like the other members of her clan. She has her own beliefs and it shows. In other words, she doesn't really adhere to the strict rules and conventions of her family. However, she's still quite knowledgeable about dealing with the Lawrences. I'm sure you'll see what I mean if you meet her.
That's strange. If Eula is a member of the Lawrence clan, then why would Master Jean choose us for the task? Couldn't she just ask Eula?
Well, it's a little complicated. Basically, the Lawrence clan has frowned upon the fact that Eula joined the Knights. Her family members don't particularly care for her. In their eyes, Eula is nothing but a traitor to the family.
Dazu gehört wirklich viel Mut.
She's very easy to get along with. Just explain the situation, and I'm sure she'll help you come up with a way to get along with Schubert. In fact, I think she's out in the wilderness on patrol this morning. You should be able to find her around Storm Bear Mountains.
Thanks, Amber. All right, you heard her. Let's go find Eula.
Good luck, you two. I've got my own matters to investigate.
So, So, unsere Mission
Who
geht
would
noch
have
weiter.
guessed the Knights have a member of the Lawrence clan? Well, if you want to learn about the conduct of the Lawrence clan, who better to ask than one of their own family members?
Sehr gute Idee, Paimon. Das werden wir jetzt auch gleich tun, aber wir kürzen mal wieder ab. Wir haben ja keine Zeit, war uns Spaß. So, Windblick. Berge, ja, passt doch. Ist nah dran. Ah, ich verbrenne. Ist wieder so hell. Okay. Oh, Entschuldigung, falscher Knopf, falsches Spiel. So. Ja, das ist das Problem, wenn man so viel durcheinander spielt, dann kann es schon mal passieren, dass man... ja, schon wieder. Ich spiele gerade nebenbei Horizon Zero Dawn. Fantastisches Spiel, wollte ich nur mal erwähnt haben.
Smell of treasure.
I love it. Ich
Strange.
spiele auf PC und ich bin auch gespannt, wie es sich dann... Also ich werde auch die PlayStation-Variante holen, die Fortsetzung. Es muss... Ich bin noch nicht seine Bitte. Spoilert mich nicht hier im Spiel, in den Texten. Ich will es noch selber erleben. So, kein Beitritt. So, was haben wir jetzt hier?
The Fatui! What are they doing here? Is that why Yulu was sent on patrol here?
Okay, jetzt soll ich die auch noch besiegen.
Let's fight first and talk later!
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Go.
You can't run. Well, neither can I.
Was sind da jetzt hier auf der Rolle? Dann
Don't be a
hier.
killjoy. We've only just begun. I miscalculated.
Time for takeoff. Yeah, brace yourself. Let's play. Yeah.
You need to hurry up. This one's well done. Fortunate fault.
So, der ist weg. Da bleibt noch der Große übrig.
Get back. I guess.
Ey, was ist das denn? Sniper? Gibt's hier sowas? Autsch. Nicht mehr viel und ihr könnt auch eine Serie draus machen.
You don't think twice before reaching for your sword, do you? Do you have any idea how long I've been tracking these targets? And now you get to stake a claim. You think you're stronger because you got to them first? Mark my words, vengeance will be mine.
What?
Ich weiß, wir hatten den Gag schon vorhin gehabt, aber bei den 3 Fragezeichen gibt es doch auch die 3 Mädels. Die 3 Ausrufezeichen, oder irre ich mich da jetzt? Aber ist okay. Wir wollen jetzt hier nicht korrekt arbeiten. Andere Geschichte. So, warte, du willst dich rächen?
That's right. I heard the commotion and came as swiftly as I could, only to find you two already fighting the Fatui. Not only that, you are making quick work of them too. If I didn't make my move, you would have been able to take all the credit. Still, I'm glad you're unscathed. Confronting that number of Fatui at once can be dangerous.
Ich bin Kämpfe mit den Fatui. Achso, ja, okay. Ich weiß schon, wie man kämpft.
Sorry, Paimon doesn't understand what you mean, but thanks for your concern.
Concern? Why would I be concerned for the safety of my arch-enemies?
Arch-enemies? Wait a minute! You were saying how glad you were that we were unscathed a second ago!
By which I meant, if you were injured, I'd have to escort 2 strangers guilty of stealing my targets all the way back to Mondstadt. Which would mean you'd cause me even more trouble. My vengeance would be swifter still.
Huh? So that's how you see
bist doch nicht etwa Euler.
Yes, that's me.
Paimon thinks she's pretty strange, although at least we can communicate with her.
You dare to call someone you've just met strange? Forget the aristocracy. That's rude even by normal standards. Speaking of which, how do you know my name?
This is the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius. And speaking of rude, we're trying to investigate an aristocrat named Schubert Lawrence. He's so obsessed with etiquette that he's not even willing to speak with us.
I understand now. That's my uncle, all right. But why do you mean to investigate him?
Scheint mit den Fatui Verbindung zu unterhalten.
I see. You have some nerve to faming a family member right in front of me. I will have vengeance for this too.
No. This is an assignment from Master Jean. It's just an investigation, that's all.
Bist du nicht auch neugierig? Ich finde das besser als das andere. Machst du dir gar keine Sorgen.
To the everyday citizens of Mondstadt, everyone in the Lawrence clan is scum. It's natural for rumors and unwarranted gossip to lead to such suspicion.
Hard to avoid such a reputation when you're known as the ruthless rulers of old Mondstadt.
Oh, so that's what you think of me? Yet another transgression to avenge.
But didn't you say it first? Oh.
Curious. We've only just met, and you've already given me 3 causes for vengeance. It's been a while since I've encountered anyone as interesting as you.
Also, macht dir das Interessante Spaß oder warum siehst du so glücklich aus? Warum siehst du so glücklich aus?
I assume you need me to teach you the conduct of the Lawrence clan. Only then will you finally be able to communicate with my uncle, correct?
That's right. Amber told us to come and talk to you.
Well then, let's begin your training immediately. It'll be easier to train when we're back in Mondstadt. We'll require other people.
Du hast doch etwas gegen uns, oder?
We can put that aside for now. Besides, if it's the acting Grand Master's assignment, and Amber's the one who recommended me, I should comply.
Paimon's confused. This girl's all vengeance this and revenge that. But she doesn't seem the least bit angry. Still, Paimon has met bigger weirdos before.
Ich bin mir ziemlich sicher, dass ich eben gerade in der Sequenz mehrere Truhen gesehen habe. Hinten sind sie. Ja, ich weiß, ich kann die Mission weitermachen, aber diese Truhen... Komm, die nehmen wir noch mit.
Ja! Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up!
So. Bisschen Kleinholz machen, kann nicht schaden. So. Dann hauen wir ein bisschen Coolness raus, um das Ganze wieder aufzuhalten.
Sacred name, fortune preserver, wheel of life.
Bringt etwas, sie auf Level 60 zu bringen. Kannst nicht anders werden. Ich habe das Schwert auch gleich mit hochgezogen.
Wow.
Ein bisschen Heilung auf, Achtung, Kälte. So. Der ist weg. Und der ist weg.
Smell of treasure.
Ja, Entschuldigung. So. Noch ein paar wichtige Sachen halt. Die waren noch 2 Truhen. Ihr habt doch auch 2 Truhen gesehen. Ich habe 2 Truhen gesehen. Okay. Das ist ein kleines Teilchen. Klar schwebt das nach oben, wo ich nicht hinkomme. Ich höre es. Es geht weiter. Ah, ich sehe schon, da drüben geht's hin. Dann habe ich wenigstens die beiden Sachen abgearbeitet. Kommt schon. Und eine kleine Schatztruhe.
smell of treasure. Strange.
Strange. So, jetzt gucke ich nochmal, weil ich hatte eine zweite Truhe gesehen. Ah, da hinten ist sie schon. Die nehmen wir noch mit. Ich bin immer noch ein Freund davon, mal so ein bisschen nebenbei aufzuräumen, wenn man schon etwas sieht. Ich finde es gut, wenn es ein Spiel schafft, dass man immer wieder in Bereiche reinkommen oder reingehen muss, wo man schon mal gewesen ist, um dann noch ein paar Sachen zu bereinigen, sag ich jetzt einfach mal. Los. Ah, da sind sie. Geil. Das war ja nix. Okay. Dann hat es jetzt auf jeden Fall gelohnt. Dann habe ich diese 2 Kisten. Jetzt nähere ich mich meinen 100%. So, also der Auftrag geht weiter. Und ich muss wieder zurück in die City. So, und ich hoffe auch, dass es die richtige Mission ist. So, wieder rein. Ich bin auf Alt und dann auf Mission. Ja, ich bin immer noch in der richtigen Mission. So. Bin auch bald Level 35, ne? Also Abenteuerstufe, von daher nice. Jetzt geht die Arbeit wieder von vorne los.
Ah, you finally arrived. There's no time to spare, so we'll begin with our first lesson.
Wait, hold on. There's something we need to clear up first. Otherwise it'll keep bugging us.
Wegen deiner Rache? Oder du warst doch nicht immer noch darauf aus, dich zu rächen, oder? Ich bin direkt.
So that's still on your mind, huh? Maybe you're the ones who can't let things go. Don't worry, there's a time and place for exacting vengeance. Besides, I'm not in the mood for any right now. Best save it for later.
You need to be in the right mood for vengeance.
I already have a long list of vengeance to exact. Even if I wanted to begin now, I'd have to start in the right order. Who knows how long it will be before I get to you?
Well, if you have so much to take care of, wouldn't it just be easier to give us a clean slate?
Absolutely not. Stealing my targets, calling me a ruthless ruler, and suspecting my uncle. All worthy of vengeance in my eyes.
Sie hat sich wirklich alles aufgeschrieben. Ja.
But you needn't worry, at least not whilst we're investigating this matter. I'm sure you're familiar with the phrase, a man of moral integrity fears no slanderous attack. If Uncle Schubert didn't commit any wrongdoing, then any such investigation will prove fruitless. But if he did commit a wrongful act, then he should bear the full punishment. I'm sure you understand.
Interessant, ne? Sie heißt Euler, ne? Euler ist doch im Prinzip das, was ihr immer durchgehen müsst, wenn ihr irgendwelche Verträge annehmt. Das nennt man ja auch, also nicht annehmt, sondern so Vertragstexte. Euler, das ist okay.
Good. Now, there are 2 key points that aristocrats attach great importance to. Your manner of speech and your bearing. Let's begin with your manner of speech. Aristocrats have a very unique way of carrying conversation, even with mundane daily topics.
Oh, Paimon's already learned some unique conversation. Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Not even close. And besides, it sounds strange.
Hey! Paimon learned it from you! And didn't you say not to call others strange? It seems you don't respect the rules of your own clan.
No, I've no need to trouble myself with such frivolous formalities. Here, allow me to demonstrate. For example, when greeting a friend, you could say, "As the morning dew greets the coming dawn, so do I greet you, my dear friend."
As the morning dew does what now?
However, such a phrase may only be used during the morning hours. Also, the party with whom you're speaking must be of approximately the same status as you. Morning dew is not uncommon, so it expresses that friendship should not be measured by value, yet also suggests that friendship between aristocrats is pure like water.
Es hört sich aber wirklich sehr umständlich an, nur um einen Freund zu begrüßen.
Oh, no. You must be prudent with your words. Calling someone a good friend could easily offend them.
But my dear friend in your example? Paimon's confused.
Yes, I did. But you must know in the Lawrence family, dear friend is a set phrase that can only be used towards certain friends with whom one is acquainted, but not particularly close. It sounds much more pleasant to call an acquaintance a dear friend. So another thing to remember, aristocrats are concerned with face and being polite. However, if you were to use dear friend to address an intimate friend, the recipient would think that you were deliberately trying to estrange them.
Oh Gott, wie kompliziert.
This is only the first step in making a greeting. After addressing one another, you then exchange courtesies.
Wait! This is all too abstract. Perhaps it would be better if you gave some real-life demonstrations.
Very
Das
well.
nicht lange.
Come with me. We'll choose some bystanders to converse with.
Da sind doch gerade Leute gespawnt, das passt doch. Susi, Monroe und Said. Und Grace. Möge der Wind von Mondstadt dich immer beschützen. Welcher Ort einer Stadt sollte man... okay. Wenn du mehr über Barbatos erfahren willst, solltest du auf jeden Fall bei der Kathedrale von Mondstadt vorbeischauen. Dort soll sich die heilige Leier der Himmel befinden, das göttliche Werkzeug von Barbatos. Hat sich erledigt, haben wir schon geklaut. Okay, aber es scheint nicht die richtigen Leute. Da ist jemand, mit dem wir reden sollen. Man soll nicht irgendjemand anquatschen, sondern die einen Questmarker über dem Kopf haben. Ist immer besser. Norman.
Oh, you're Eula of the Lawrence clan, right? This can't be good.
You there, lowly laborer. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. I have words for you. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility... what comes next? Oh, right. By solemnly kneeling to the ground with utmost sincerity.
Huh? I can't make heads or tails of anything you're saying.
Hold on. What did they always teach me? Whenever a dispute arises, protection of your family's prestige and dignity always takes precedence. Got it. As a lowly commoner, you shall maintain absolute reverence when speaking with those under which you so graciously toil. How dare you speak in such a manner?
Is everyone from the Lawrence clan so strange? The days of the Lawrence clan's tyranny have long passed. I don't care what you're trying to do. Just beat it.
Okay. Das Zweite ist das Beste. Sie soll mir nur ein Unterrichtsbeispiel zeigen.
Like I said, I don't care what you're doing. I have nothing to say to any member of the Lawrence clan. And here's a word of advice. I wouldn't be caught dead walking too closely with any one of their like in Mondstadt. If that's all, I'll be going. I'm afraid I won't be able to control myself if we talk any longer.
Hey! Don't leave! Halt! Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Wow, the Lawrence name really does carry a terrible reputation.
Never mind him. I could have predicted as much. Let's find someone else.
Okay, den nächsten ansprechen. Wo ist der nächste? Da. Dann achte wieder darauf, das richtige Zeichen über dem Kopf.
You there, lowly toiler. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. I have words for you. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility, and solemnly kneel to the ground with utmost sincerity. Huh? Why don't you respond? According to the custom, I must wait until you kneel completely before I can say the next words. Right. I mustn't look at you too long, or I'll be drawing more attention to our difference in status. Oh dear, I've already stared at you for quite a while. Fine. You may spare yourself the formality of kneeling, as it may be a little inconvenient. I shall continue. Oh, wait. I think there's a line for people with rude attitudes in this situation.
Hey, stop bothering me or else I might say something you wouldn't like to hear. Then again, I've got no words for anyone from the Lawrence clan.
Again? What's with this attitude?
Wow, das ist aber schnell eskaliert.
Yes, I don't think his attitude will change. If I keep grandstanding like this, the outcome won't be good. Let's try to find someone else to talk to. I'll remember your unwillingness to comply. Mark my words, vengeance will be mine.
Und den nächsten Marker anlaufen. Ah, da ist einer.
You there, lowly worker.
Yeah, I've already heard it all before. Look, just spare me the time. Our answer's always the same. We've got nothing to say to the likes of you. I mean, seriously, can't you just take a hint?
Please calm down. We don't want to cause any trouble.
I know she's a knight of Favonius, and that the knights wouldn't misplace their trust, but the name Lawrence carries too much weight with it. Even to this very day, the descendants of the Lawrence clan are still scheming to reclaim Mondstadt and reinstate their aristocratic rule. And if that wasn't enough, here you are purposefully using their awkward way of speaking just to put on an act? Don't you care for the feelings of us ordinary folk?
You have a point. But mark my words, this transgression will not go unnoticed.
Huh? You want to fight? Listen here, I may be no match for you, but I'll be sure to lodge a complaint with the Knights of Favonius.
Ich würde schlichten. Jeder sollte erstmal einen Schritt zurück machen.
I'm sorry, but I want her to understand that I'm serious. Listen here, if you don't want things to get more unpleasant, then you'd better just stop.
Forget it. There's no point in quarreling any further. Let's go. It's all right. This happens quite often. Let's find someone else to talk to.
Paimon thinks we've seen enough now. Let's just stop. Actually, Paimon thinks we should apologize for asking you to demonstrate for us. We had no idea the feelings between the Lawrence clan and the people of Mondstadt were so bitter.
What can we do? The Lawrence name is already a dirty word among every household in Mondstadt. Even 3-year-olds know the story. I see this kind of attitude all the time.
Das kann man jetzt positiv auch negativ sehen, aber ich finde den Satz eigentlich ganz gut, dass du darüber noch lachen kannst. Würde mir jetzt eher sagen, dass du dazu noch in der Lage bist, nachdem jemand dich angefeindet hat. Von daher würde ich lieber den Satz nehmen, aber ich weiß nicht, ob die das so verstehen.
Don't worry. What with me being a knight of Favonius, they're usually willing to speak a few words with me. Perhaps my aristocratic manner of speech provoked them today. Believe me, it's not a big issue.
So this is the way things are normally for you? There's no need for them to direct their anger at you personally.
That's the way things are. Perhaps it's just fate for those who have made mistakes. Accepting punishment is only fair, right? But when your family has committed atrocities, I'm afraid there's no easy path to reconciliation. As memories are carried in the city breeze, the faults of such grievances are passed from one generation to the next. It is now my turn to bear this burden. At least I have a means of living a relatively normal life compared to the elders of my family. I have nothing to be discontented about.
Also wusstest du von Anfang an, dass sowas passieren würde?
Yeah, why were you so willing to try and demonstrate for us?
Oh, that reminds me. That last person will not escape my vengeance either. Let's leave it at that. Just think of it as something I like to do. But unfortunately, you probably didn't learn much from those conversations. It seems we have no other choice but to find more people to talk to.
No need! Besides, the Traveler's pretty sharp, and nothing gets in our... right? Right?
Ja, irgendwie schon. Also ich finde gut 3-mal reicht. Ne? Das ist übrigens so der klassische Schritt, also hat irgendwann, ich glaube Ubisoft, wer das auch immer war, hat dann festgelegt, dass dann 3 Missionen in der Nähe ausreichend sind, um etwas zu erfüllen. Und das ist auch gut so, das wird dann jetzt zu viel.
We'll just have to roll with it for now. Let's just keep Eula from getting anyone else riled up.
Well then, I'm glad you learned something. You're already halfway toward mastering aristocratic conduct. A proper manner of speech is more aesthetic than anything else. It stems from their taste for refinement. But we must also practice your bearing. I have a very effective way of training for this. Come with me to Dragonspine.
Drachengrad. Okay. Also nicht, Ubisoft hat es nicht festgelegt, sondern ich glaube, das waren die ersten, die das mit umgesetzt haben, weil da ging es, ich glaube, um diesen Bericht damals um Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, irgendwie ging es dann mal darum, was möglich ist, was in der Nähe gemacht werden soll. Da gab es auch eine Studie dazu und wie gesagt, ich bin der Meinung, dass diesen Open Worlds Ubisoft einer der ersten war, die das auch so umgesetzt haben, diese Regeln. So, jetzt sollen wir nach Drachengrad gehen. Also diese Mission ist noch nicht zu Ende. Drachengrad ist hier im Eisigen. Na, dann wollen wir da mal hin. Wir nähern uns auch langsam dem Ende dieser Sendung. So, hier ist es kalt, hier ist es nur warm, wenn wir in so einem Pylonen stehen in der Nähe. So, und jetzt soll hier auch irgendwo unsere Mission starten. Ich tippe mal eher unter uns. Da steht sie schon.
It's so cold. Does aristocrat training really need to be done here?
If you wish to truly achieve the dignified conduct of an aristocrat, you must learn to remain composed and elegant even amidst harsh conditions. For example, you can see that part of the path up ahead is quite difficult to traverse. But a well-trained aristocrat would not only effortlessly proceed forward, but do so without a stain on their garment and their elegance fully intact.
Paimon thinks we've left the realm of aristocrats and entered the realm of adventuring. Compared to what we've already seen, this should be a piece of cake.
Ja, da bin ich schon gewohnt.
Uh-huh. This is where you can finally apply some of your adventuring knowledge.
You look pretty confident this time. All right, let's get started. Remember, you must be graceful and elegant. Don't get knocked or launched into the air. That would be most unsightly.
Dann wollen wir mal. Warte mal, die war davor nicht da.
That won't do. You've exposed your shortcomings.
Was?
No need to worry. Head back to the starting point and try again. It'll be difficult at first, but the key is to remain patient. Let's try again. Remember, you must be elegant. Don't get knocked or launched into the air.
Okay, gestolpert. Ich habe mich von diesen Stacheln stechen lassen. So, jetzt soll ich jetzt da hingehen. Und da haben sie mir, ja, da was hingelegt. So.
Ja!
So. Ohne weggeschleudert zu werden. Na, da bin ich ja mal gespannt. Oh! Okay. Nicht da rankommen. Okay, geschafft bisschen. Okay. Ich habe richtig Angst. Nicht springen. So, haben wir einfach ignoriert. Okay.
Not bad.
Interessante
A
Herausforderung.
lot better than I had anticipated, at least.
Paimon almost didn't make it through. Whew. Good thing we didn't get stuck. So, are we aristocrats now?
Don't flatter yourselves. We've only just begun. This scenario was relatively simple. In the face of a real battle, one would seldom have a chance to stop and evaluate the situation. There's a ley line monolith just up ahead that will attract nearby monsters. True elegance is the ability to calmly yet swiftly make decisions in the heat of battle.
Gibt's deine Trainings immer so? Die Frage finde ich gut. Besser als die andere.
My family set only the highest expectations for me, even as a child. Let's proceed, shall we?
Na, dann wollen wir mal.
This is the ley line monolith. Go ahead, activate it. But be careful not to get launched into the air or frozen while fighting. That would be most unsightly.
Okay, das ging noch.
You failed this time. What a shame. But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again.
Okay, also ich darf nicht eingefroren werden. Das war mein Problem. Okay, jetzt kommt die zweite Gruppe und dann muss ich einfach mal stärker.
Think you can get away?
So, und dann dürfte sich das eigentlich von alleine erledigen.
Let's play!
So.
I'm going in!
You failed this time.
Oh,
What a
nee,
shame.
komm.
But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again.
Okay. So, der ist erledigt.
You failed this time. You failed this time. You failed this time. What a shame. But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again.
Ah, das war nicht eingefroren war, deswegen ging das nicht.
Life goes on. Opening box of a dead Dietrix.
Yeah, let's light it up! Everybody stand!
You failed this time. What a shame. But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again.
Let's light it up!
Go.
Überblasen sind doch scheiße.
Brace yourself. Time for takeoff. Yeah, yeah.
Ah, endlich.
Well done. Your performance was most impressive.
Ja, war nicht leicht.
And you managed to remain calm even in these grueling dragon spine surroundings. I'm starting to wonder if even I could have done the same. Given such an outstanding performance, it seems there is little left for me to teach you.
Like Paimon said, adventuring is our specialty. So, that's it for our training, right? Then let's get out of Dragonspine before Paimon turns into a popsicle. Ooh.
Hold on. I was commending the Traveler's performance just now. You, on the other hand, seem to have made no progress at all.
What? You mean Paimon was also part of the training?
Yes, of course. You were frantically flying and dashing about throughout the entire thing. Not an elegant sight at all. Did you even listen to anything I was trying to teach you?
that's it. It's too cold here. Besides, Paimon was paying attention to the traveler.
Whatever the reason, not heeding my instructions. A cause for vengeance, perhaps. Now, drink this.
Huh? What is it? Are you trying to poison Paimon?
Certainly not. It's warm milk. Didn't you just say that you were freezing? Drink it and it'll help warm you up.
Oh, thank you. Are you still planning on the whole vengeance thing?
If I wasn't, then why would I care about you being cold? If you turned into a Paimon popsicle, that would ruin my plans for vengeance now, wouldn't it? So, dear friend, don't die on me out here.
Ah! Paimon knew something was off!
Danke, dass du dich sie kümmerst.
All in the name of vengeance. No need to thank me. Now then, given that your training is complete, it's time we return to Mondstadt. Our last step will be preparing a cordial gift to present to my uncle when you meet him. I already have something in mind. Let's pay Sarah a visit at Good Hunter.
So, dann nochmal zurück.
Oh, hey, Eula. I see you've met the honorary knight.
We meet again, Amber. Seems we're just bound to run into you these days.
Well, I just got back and was thinking about grabbing a bite at Good Hunter. But now that you're here, why don't we all eat together?
Very well. It's been some time since we've last shared a meal together. Come, take a seat. We can discuss my uncle's gift while we eat.
Yes? Is there something else you'd like to order?
Could you please prepare a serving of my uncle's favorite, gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut? We'll take it as a gift to him later.
Coming right up. It'll take some time to prepare. I'll have it here at the counter once it's ready.
Hold on a moment. Is this satisfying salad also something that Amber ordered?
No, she didn't order it. But because she didn't order any vegetables, I thought I'd throw in a salad on the house. You know, to contrast all the meat dishes.
So, we clearly didn't order this, yet you prepared it without authorization. Mark my words, this transgression will not go unnoticed.
You're gonna take revenge on her for giving us a free salad?
You should know me by now. That's the kind of villainous character I am. Well then, please wait a moment while I get the dish for your uncle started.
Delicious unauthorized delicacies. Sarah will pay for this.
Why would you choose gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut as a gift for your uncle? Paimon's never even heard that dish before.
This dish isn't actually on Good Hunter's menu. Only long-standing patrons such as my uncle would know about the dish. The old aristocrat seemed to take a liking to it.
Because of the sour flavor of the sauerkraut, not too many people are fond of it these days. I guess it's become less popular over time. Eula treated me to the dish once, and I couldn't even finish a bite. I've nicknamed it gebratenes Fleisch mit Vengeance ever since. Ugh.
I never expected us to have such completely different tastes in food. If I weren't in such a good mood, I'd say that constitutes grounds for transgression.
Entschuldigung. Gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut. Wie geil ist das denn? Da mache ich ein extra Video draus. Also, ist noch nicht einmal Amber davon verschont?
Of course not. It's hard to find someone in Mondstadt that attracts contempt as much as she does.
It's fine when you're just joking between us, but I'm afraid our honorary knight might misunderstand you. Eula's always talking about vengeance, but that's just how she is. It's nothing you should take too seriously.
But I am serious, and I'll remember every transgression committed against me. Ugh, it's no wonder so many people dislike you.
Paimon's starting to realize that Eula is actually a very good person. There's no need to be so awkward when you want to say something nice.
Listen, you've never been labeled as a social pariah, have you?
Well, no?
So that's why you wouldn't understand how hard it is for a bad person to try to be good. It's impossible for me, and I have no intention of acting like a good person. All right, no need to look so sullen. I'm just kidding. Come on, let's eat. The food is getting cold.
Oh, I'm stuffed. I'll see Sarah about the bill.
No need. I've left the mora under the plate. If you try to settle it with her in person, she won't accept payment for the salad. Don't underestimate my ability to exact revenge. Sarah won't get the upper hand this time. All right, next you should pay my uncle a visit. He has a small camp at the top of the mountain near Springvale. He usually whiles his time away there when there's nothing else to do.
Aren't you coming with us, Eula?
I'm afraid that wouldn't be very convenient for me. It'd be better if you two went alone. Ah, yes. Please do remember to pick up the dish from Sarah.
I still have more recon to do in the wilderness. Well, until next time.
Let's meet again. What an interesting bunch you are.
Here, the gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut is ready to go. Be sure to eat it while it's hot. Otherwise, the flavor will be spoiled.
Oh, wie fantastisch ist das? Das muss ich checken. Unglaublich.
And by the way, don't worry too much when Eula says strange things. She's actually a very good person.
Paimon's been meaning to ask. No one could stand the sight of Eula when she was trying to speak with the others in Mondstadt earlier. But she seemed to get along fine with you and Amber just now. What's up with that?
The people of Mondstadt don't take kindly to anyone bearing the Lawrence name. They are unable to see past her family, therefore they don't actually see Eula for herself. So no matter what Eula tries to do, it's seen as a wrongdoing. It essentially strips the meaning of anything she tries to accomplish.
Okay, also deswegen kann sie keine gute Person werden.
How come you're able to see Eula differently then?
Well, when she joined the Knights of Favonius, it caused quite an uproar. Many people signed a petition demanding that the Knights reverse their decision. At the same time, numerous members of the Lawrence clan crowded the entrance of the Knights of Favonius headquarters, clamoring for Eula to give an explanation.
Whoa, so both sides were unhappy.
That's right. So you can imagine how determined Eula must have been under such circumstances. But thanks to Grandmaster Varka and the unwavering attitudes of others in the Knights of Favonius, they were able to quell the unrest. Tensions still remain beneath the surface, I'm afraid. In the eyes of the people, she's a stain on the Knights of Favonius, and in the eyes of the Lawrence clan, she's a disgrace to her family. But she simply fulfills her duty as a knight, silently helping one person after another, myself included. People like Eula should be approached with care and understanding. She could stand to be treated a little more fairly.
Ja, zum Glück verstehst du sie.
I believe a day will come when things will get better.
Once everything's settled, we should go talk to Eula again. Paimon thinks we know how to communicate with her now.
I'm glad. I think that would make her very happy, though she might not ever admit it. Take care. Please come again.
Tatsächlich, es gibt jetzt hier das Gericht gebratenes Fleisch mit... Das muss ich mal gucken. Entschuldigung.
Please don't tell Eula a word of what I've said. She might think I'm being too nosy.
Okay. Ich kann
Please
mit ihr
don't tell Eula a word of what... She might think I'm being too nosy.
Aber ich kann hier nichts mehr zum Essen kaufen. Aber gut, ich habe ein Gericht bekommen, gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut. So, und da gehen wir jetzt nochmal nach Schubert, damit wir das Ding jetzt hier endlich mal zumachen können. Wieder so hell. So, gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut. Das hat mir viel besser gesagt. Also, das fand ich super. Ganz genial, echt. Pepe. Hier läuft ein Pepe. Ist wieder ein Stückchen über mir. Klar, komme ich ja wieder nicht drüber. Wäre ja zu einfach gewesen. So, gucken wir mal. Klippe nicht hoch genug, schaffen wir. Wenn ich so viele Klippen gelaufen bin, um irgendwelche Blüten zu finden, um ein Schwert aufzuwerten, ist das jetzt alles hier nur noch Kleinkram. Aber das ist ja das Besondere an diesem Spiel. Schubert.
The tent seems to be pretty tattered, but there's a really fancy chair.
Schubert ist übrigens ein deutscher Name. Ich habe einen Bekannten, der heißt Schubert.
Could this be another aristocratic custom?
Ah, it's you again. I thought I had rid myself of you two.
Wenn ich mir die wagemutige Bemerkung erlaube, wir werden mal in seiner Sprache sprechen.
A few humble words, huh? Yes, that sounds appropriate enough. Very well. I'm certainly not one to be narrow-minded. I'll overlook your previous misconduct for now and listen to what you have to say.
Wow, this guy thinks so highly of himself.
Ich fühle mich geehrt, in deinem glorreichen Glanz zu stehen. Oh Gott.
It appears I have misjudged you. Supreme brilliance. The glory of the nobility that continues to this day. A true loyalist. Impressive. My intentions were to test your humility. It appears you have become well versed in our etiquette.
Oh, so he was testing us. Sheesh, what an ordeal.
Your conduct is satisfactory. I must say, such progress in such a short time is practically unfathomable. If I may ask, from whence did you learn such a civilized manner of speech?
Ich nehme den. Unter den Anweisungen eines guten Freundes und nach dem Lesen einer Klassiker war ich in der Lage, mein Benehmen zu optimieren.
Ah, good. Very good. You are bright, and compared with the common folk of Mondstadt, you certainly have potential. If you were of aristocratic blood, your prospects would be promising indeed.
By the way, we brought a gift. Paimon means we would like to present you with a small token of our goodwill.
Could this be? Gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut? It's evident that your sentiment is genuine. As a young person nowadays, only with no small effort could you achieve such a dish. It's been so long since I dug into a big, tasty... I beg your pardon. What I mean to say is, since it's nearly mealtime, I shall partake. Ah, yes, this aroma, just as I remember it, and this exquisite sour flavor. A delicacy that only us noblemen and women could appreciate.
Now even Paimon's starting to wonder what it tastes like.
I acknowledge your genuine goodwill. Such sincerity must certainly imply that you come bearing a request.
Wir haben gehört, dass der Lawrence-Clan einen großen Plan verfolgt. Plan an sich.
Wait, so you've come to know of this too? It was meant to be a family secret.
Ich möchte die Araskota. Ja, wir bleiben auf der Sprache.
Well, considering your meticulous etiquette, you must be a talent of unusual fortitude. I'm willing to place my full trust in you. Please, come with me. We happen to be in need of competent fellows like yourself.
Wo gehen wir denn hin?
To see some friends from a distant land. They have offered their assistance in restoring the Lawrence clan to its former glory.
So he trusts us solely based on your etiquette.
Ja, trotzdem sollten wir vorsichtig sein.
Well then, let's get going, shall we? You'll understand everything in due course.
Do you think his friends are the Fatui? Things will get sticky if the Fatui happen to recognize you. What should we do?
Das ist hier ganz in der Nähe, das nehmen wir noch mit. Oh Mann, das wird eine extra lange Folge heute. Unter uns. Unterm Baum. Nein, da ist ein Dungeon. Okay, also, was machen wir jetzt hier? Folgendes. Ich würde sagen, das ist ein neues Video, weil ich habe schon deutlich über meine geplante Zeit. Und dann würde ich sagen, im nächsten Video sehen wir uns genau an dieser Stelle hier wieder. Und dann sage ich, have fun, euer Aboram. Bis demnächst hier auf meinem Kanal. Und ich hoffe, ihr hattet ordentlich viel Spaß gehabt. Und denkt dran, gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut. Und ja, dazu mache ich ein extra Video.
Let's hunt.
Das passt. I'm hungry. Let's hunt. Also, ciao, ciao, euer Abo.